I must say, David, watching the presidential debate gave me a lot to think about. It's a pivotal moment for our nation.
Absolutely, Father Micah. It's fascinating to see how they address the issues. Makes me realize the power of our voices and votes.
Indeed, David, it's like planting a seed in a garden. You nurture it, give it time, and then watch it grow into something that can truly make a difference.
That's a beautiful analogy. It really puts into perspective the role we play in shaping our future. How do you think we can contribute more actively?
Well, for starters, engaging in meaningful conversations just like this one. Sharing knowledge and maybe even volunteering for campaigns or community service.
I hadn't thought about volunteering. That's a direct way to make an impact. Plus, it's a chance to learn more about the candidates and where they stand on various issues.
Exactly, David. And remember, every big change starts with a small step. Who knows? One of those steps might just come from our conversation today.
I hope so, Father Micah. It's reassuring to know that in our own way we're contributing to the country's future. It makes me eager to see what comes next.
It's always sad to see people being mean to each other. It's important to remember that words have power, and we should use them to build up, not tear down.
You're right, Father Micah. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's easy to forget the impact our words can have.
Exactly, David. It's like when I tell you about the mustard seed. Even the smallest act of kindness can grow into something immense and beautiful.
I love that parable. It reminds me that every positive action counts, no matter how small.
Precisely, and imagine if everyone chose to spread kindness and understanding. What a wonderful world that would be.
That would be amazing. It starts with us, doesn't it? Leading by example and encouraging others to do the same.
Indeed it does. Let's commit to using our voices for good, to uplift and support those around us.
I'm with you, Father Micah. Let's make a positive impact one word at a time.
Sometimes the debates can feel a bit confusing, especially when there's a lot of back and forth. It's okay to feel a little lost, but I encourage you to keep learning and asking questions.
You're right, Father Micah. It can be overwhelming at times, but I guess it's all part of understanding the bigger picture.
Exactly. And remember, every question you ask sheds a little more light on the path ahead. It's like navigating through a dense forest with a compass.
That makes a lot of sense. I'll make sure to keep my compass handy and not shy away from seeking answers.
That's the spirit, David. And don't forget, it's okay to have doubts. It's through questioning that we grow.
Thanks, Father Micah. It's comforting to know that it's a part of the learning process. I'll keep pushing forward.
And I'll be here to guide you through it, every step of the way. Together we can make sense of it all.
I appreciate that, Father Micah. With your guidance, I feel ready to tackle even the toughest questions.
I pray that our leaders will remember that God is in control. He's always there to guide us, no matter what.
That's reassuring to hear, especially in times like these. It's easy to forget that we're not alone in this journey.
Indeed, David. It's the faith in something greater that keeps us grounded and hopeful. Our leaders, too, need that reminder.
How do you think we, as individuals, can remind them of this? It feels like such a daunting task.
By leading through example, David. By choosing kindness, understanding, and patience in our daily lives. Our actions can inspire others, including those in leadership.
That's true. Small ripples can create big waves. I'll keep that in mind and strive to be a positive influence in my community.
That's the spirit, my boy. Always remember, the light of a single candle can pierce the darkest night.
Thank you, Father Micah. Your words always bring me hope and clarity. Together with faith, I believe we can make a difference.
I hope that the candidates can find common ground even when they disagree. We need to work together to build a better world for everyone.
It's definitely important. Seeing people come together despite differences gives me hope.
Exactly, David. It's like a tapestry. The beauty comes from the different threads interwoven, each unique but part of a greater design.
That's a great way to put it. Sometimes the debates make it hard to see that bigger picture.
True. But it's in those moments we must remember the value of unity and empathy. Like the mustard seed, even a small gesture of understanding can grow into something magnificent.
I'll keep that in mind. It's about finding those moments of connection and nurturing them.
And remember, David, it's not just in politics. This applies to our daily lives, our community, and how we treat each other.
I agree, Father Micah. It starts with us, doesn't it? Leading by example.
I pray that our leaders will focus on finding solutions for the challenges facing our country, instead of just arguing with each other.
That's an important prayer, Father Micah. It sometimes feels like the focus is lost in the heat of debate.
True, David. It's like when I talk about the mustard seed from something small, great things can grow. Imagine if that small thing were cooperation.
I like that analogy. It gives me hope that even a little agreement could lead to big changes.
Exactly, my boy. It's about nurturing those small moments of agreement and letting them flourish.
How can we, as citizens, encourage our leaders to take that approach?
By raising our voices for unity and understanding, David. By voting, engaging in respectful dialogue, and showing that we value cooperation over conflict.
It's a challenge, but I believe it's one worth taking on. Thanks for the wisdom, Father Micah.
It's important to remember that we're all created in God's image. We're all equal, regardless of our age, background, or political beliefs. Let's approach the debates with kindness and compassion.
You're absolutely right, Father Micah. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment and forget that.
Indeed, David. Remember, every person we meet carries a piece of the divine within them. Recognizing that can change how we interact with each other.
That's a powerful reminder. I'll try to keep that in mind, especially when discussions become intense.
And if we all did that, imagine the harmony we could create. It's like a choir. Every voice is different, but together they make beautiful music.
I love that analogy. It really puts into perspective the importance of unity and respect.
Exactly, my boy. And it's through our actions and words that we can lead by example, showing the world the power of compassionate dialogue.
I'm inspired, Father Micah. Let's hope our leaders and communities can embrace that spirit too.
Let's remember that all people are created in God's image, regardless of their political views. We need to show each other respect and kindness, even when we disagree.
I agree, Father Micah. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of debate and forget the humanity of the person on the other side.
Exactly, David. Like the parable of the Good Samaritan teaches us, our neighbour is anyone who needs our kindness, not just those who share our views.
That's a powerful reminder. It challenges us to look beyond our differences and find common ground in our shared humanity.
Indeed, it does. And when we approach discussions with empathy and an open heart, we create opportunities for understanding and growth.
How can we encourage others to adopt this mindset, especially in such a divided climate?
By leading through example, David. When others see the peace and respect with which we engage, it can inspire them to do the same.
I hope we can make a difference, Father Micah. It feels like a small step, but perhaps it can lead to greater change.
David, it's crucial to remember that even in the heat of debate, we're called to love and respect each other. Disagreements are part of life, but they should never divide us.
I understand, Father Micah. It's just sometimes hard to keep cool when things get heated. How do you suggest we manage that?
Patience, my boy, and prayer. Remember, it's not about winning an argument, but understanding each other's point of view. We can disagree without being disagreeable, as they say.
That's true. It would help if we all tried a bit harder to see the other side of things. Maybe then, conversations would be more constructive.
Exactly. And remember, every person is a child of God created in his image. We must honor that divine spark in everyone, even if we don't agree with them.
I hadn't thought about it quite like that before. It's a powerful reminder to treat everyone with kindness, regardless of our differences.
Indeed, David, it's our duty to spread love and understanding, not division. Let's lead by example and encourage others to do the same. David, in these times, it's crucial we remember the impact of our words and actions, both in person and online.
I completely agree, Father Micah. It's too easy to get caught up and forget the power of positivity.
Exactly, my boy. Just like the mustard seed, even the smallest act of kindness can grow into a vast tree of positivity.
So we should aim to be like gardeners, sowing seeds of hope and love wherever we go.
Precisely, David, and we must be vigilant gardeners, tending not just to our own plots, but also to the communal garden of our society.
It sounds like a big responsibility, but I'm ready. How do we start?
By being mindful of our interactions, choosing kindness over conflict, and encouraging others to do the same.
I'll take that to heart. Together, we can spread a message of unity and understanding.